Hi guy, welcome to the other side, as they say. A bit of a shaky cam video because I'm doing this one by hand because I've got so much stuff to show off. Basically, I've decided to go after a Master System collection. From my past videos, you probably know it's like it was the first console I ever had and stuck with it. I mean, over the last 6 months, I've tried several systems. I've gone through the links. I think I got about 50-60 games into that, but I found after a while it just didn't hold me interest. I think not because there's anything wrong with the system, it's just that handheld consoles, you know, you've got to be taking them out and playing them around all the time, and I don't know, I just going after a full collection like that, I just prefer having something at home I can stick on the shelf and then you can pull out to play the games, a nice big TV, stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, I've tried the NES before, failed 6 games before a full collection, and I just wanted to try something new, so I went for, I've gone for the Master System. You can see it there. It's a Model 1 with no games built in. I mean, I know you get the free Snail game, but what I mean is you've not got like Hang On or Alex Kidd or Sonic or anything like that. The reason I went for the Model 1 is because the car's slot on front, because I'm going for a full collection, and also because just on the back of this one you've got like the I think it's RGB out or AV out, whatever it is. Anyway, I've got a special connector on the back of this which I bought off an eBay seller, which converts it into a SCART, which gives you a pretty incredible picture. Now you might be wondering, why is that flickering? This is because this is a CRT Tele which I picked up on eBay just the other day. I mean, this thing is huge. If you see the back of that there, if the light's bright enough. I mean, it's 32-inch widescreen Sony Wager. I mean, top of the range in its day, I'm sure. But it also comes with this amazing stand. And how much was it? 99p. I mean, they couldn't give it away. The guy had been trying to sell it for months and months, and then I saw it. And one of the things I'm going to be going for, and I've actually ordered because it's on the way, is the light phaser with a couple of the light guns. I think I've got Operation Wolf and Rescue Mission, but there's quite a few light gun games, and like I say, it'll be amazing to play them on this TV, because when I had one of these back in the day, I had like a 14-inch monitor in my back room, and you know, with all the best will in the world, it was awful playing the shooting games on, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I mean, I've picked up a few bits already, and I've literally just started, so I mean, one of the first things I got off Amazon was this Sega control stick. I mean, this was £4 plus £2 postage and packaging, so it wasn't too bad. And I'm quite chuffed with this actually, because I mean, if you look at it there, it's a weird setup compared to the normal pad, because you know the buttons are on the right, whereas on this they're on the left. And you know, I'm right-handed, and you think, oh well, this is going to feel real weird to play, but it's actually incredibly comfortable. You know, it fits well in your hand. It's dead light. My only problem with it is the top of the stick there is too bulky, so it's not very accurate when you're playing anything beyond shooters and fighters. Say, I mean, it feels like a gear stick from a car, so it's a weird stick, but I'm glad I've got it actually. It's entertaining enough. Yeah, and then I bought a nice big pile of games. I've got loads on the way, but some. At the moment I'm just going for the best ones in, like, you know, top 100 reviews, that sort of thing that I'm finding on the internet. But Action Fighter, I had that as a kid, and it cost a couple of quid. Castle of Illusion, I mean, the Mega Drive version of Castle of Illusion is one of my all-time favourite games. I mean, my opinion is it is a cartoon when you play it. It just looked incredible, but the better game is the Master System one. It's more fun to play, the jumping's better, the level designs are better. Doesn't look as good, but it's just, I think it's a better game. Desert Strike arrived this morning. I've no idea what that'll be like, but after playing the Atari Lynx edition, I'm looking forward for good things for that. Probably do a video at some point, but if you can see that. Right, Enduro Racer, that's on the old TV at the moment. This is my all-time favourite game. It was a budget game when it come out, but I just can't get enough of it, and I don't know why. Anyway, Donald Duck game, that's it's probably quite a good one, not played it yet. PGA Tour Golf, I mean, a few of these, I went to a shop in a local town, and because I only spent about 15 quid and I got about 7 games for it, and they're all fairly decent ones. Rampart, that come with the consoles. Again, I've only played 2 of this lot so far. Sega Chess, that was 2 quid in a pile. Terminator is supposed to be really, really good from all the reviews I read of it, but very, very difficult. I don't know if that'll come out on this camera. Me and my daddy on shaking. But anyway, yeah, Wimbledon's meant to be the best tennis game on the system. And then World Class Leaderboard's one of the better golf games, I think, next to Golf Mania. I've not got a particular thing for golf, it's just that those games were cheap in the shop. They're like 2 or 3 quid each, so I bought a fair few of them. So yeah, that's the collection so far. I've got about another 10 or 15 games to come, plus the gun. I say I've sold me other stuff because I'm going for this seriously. I say this TV is what it's for, this console and for this system. And then eventually what I'm going to do is, this will wing over, this is the other thing, sorry, just to interject on that. 32 inch, yeah, CRT, 40 inch HD TV. Now the HD TV just, it doesn't pick up, it doesn't well enough, but down the left and right hand side you'll have like all these squiggles that flickers just because of the way the camera's picking it up. It's not on the TV at all, but it just would not pick it up properly at all. I had the same problem with my AV Famicom. Just very, very poor signal. That's usually plugged into that, but I've unplugged it to try it onto the CRT just to see how it compares, because again you get a lot of the flicker issue on that. But basically I've got enough room here. I'm going to stick up a set of shelves. I don't know if you see how the distance there on the camera, but plenty of room, nice big stack of shelves there. I'm not insane, by the way, that towel's just there because if I'm watching a movie it's the reflection off that, and I was watching one before, you can see it in the TV there, the reflection off the side one. That's because I've not got a towel covering them up. I know I need new curtains, but this is currently me stack shelves with all my games and things on, but I've got another 2 of these, so I'm going to stick these around this room, and then I say have them down that wall behind me, and then fill the games up that way. But I'm really going to enjoy collecting this system. I'm going to take my time with it, and oh, a bit out of focus there. Anyway, I've never really done this with the camera before. This is very, very ropey. There we go, back in focus. So yeah, I mean, the only problem I had with it when it arrived, I was a bit annoyed, but I mean, they sold it as being in very good condition, fair enough, and that was it in the description, it's in very good condition, but on close look, it was absolutely filthy, all covered in dirt and dust and muck and stuff, and I had to scrub it down when I got the bloody thing. Add to that, both joypads wouldn't work. I mean, they sold it as working, so obviously I was a bit annoyed straight away because I paid about 30-35 quid for this, plus the cost of postage at 15, you know, so it wasn't cheap, so you expect it all to be working. But after a bit of grumbling and searching online, I basically discovered someone just says, look, it'll be a bit of filth on the inserts on the rubber pads inside, so I pulled them both apart, got a bit of isopropyl. Amazing stuff, by the way. I mean, I use it on anything metal because it evaporates within about a minute and it just strips dirt off anything. Amazing, amazing stuff. But I give them a good clean down inside with that, and both started working. As pads go, I quite like them. It's not as good as the NES response-wise, because I think the problem is, hang on, let's just grab it. I mean, as you can see up close, I'm sure you've all seen this before. This is one of the very originals with the stubs in, I think, because later on they removed that for some reason. But it does, it's strange because that does actually add to the feel of it. It makes it better. But yeah, I mean, it's great. You know, it's full direction everything, whereas your NES pad is just your 4 directions. But it just feels lazy because you move your, like I'm doing now, like thumb off in one direction because you expect it to move, but it's not 100% accurate. And no, that's not because of the pad. It's just weird. I know it's ever so slightly off. It's not been a problem in any of the games I've had so far, except when I was playing Enduro Racer, and you know, you're flicking to move in a direction quickly, and it's just ever so slightly off. It may just be these pads still, but Like I say, I've been playing with a control stick on it, and you don't get the same feeling with that, but that's you're using a stick, you're not using a controller. But yeah, so I'm quite pleased with the collection so far. eBay is a absolute pain in the backside to deal with, as it always is. When I got Terminator and Desert Strike, the top of the cases, and they're clean now because I gave them a good scrub down, but I mean, I paid about 10 quid for these two games, and they were, I mean, I couldn't believe how like dirty they were. They were like an inch thick of brown dust. I mean, they were absolutely disgusting. I mean, I'd never sell anything to somebody like that. Or if I found something that was in that much of a state and I was going to sell it, I'd at least give it a bloody good wipe down. So anyway, yeah, that's my experience with eBay so far. I think there's about 300 games in total for the complete PAL set, and I mean, I know there's about 4 or 5 really expensive ones. And I think, well, there's a version of Lucky Dam Caper that comes in a special box, which I think goes for about 400 quid or something. But I doubt I'll get that. I'm happy. I don't want all the variants of the PALs. All I want is one of each to make a full set. Like, so all the card games, all this, and the 3D glasses. That's something I've been looking at, by the way. The 3D glasses look like amazing technology. I had a pair umpteen years ago, and I do remember them being pretty good, but this is when I was buying and selling retro gear, and I'd only tried it at the time. But yeah, I think there's about 6 or 7 games for that, maybe a few more, and they look great, and I remember from what I enjoyed, the effect was really good, so the plan is to pick that up. But again, the games cost about 20 to 30 quid a pop, and there's 6 or 7 of them, and then you've got the glasses, which cost 150 to 200 quid, so yeah, I think I'll be waiting a very long time to pick that up unless I can get some really cheap, so that's a wait and see. But like I say, some of the other rarer games, like there's a championship hockey game, I don't even know if it's a good game, but it costs about 200 quid boxed, and it's mega rare because, you know, it come out really late in the life, and next to nobody bought it, so it's really hard to track a copy down, and that's cheap. And then there's stuff like Smurfs 2, that's another one, which usually goes for about 400 quid. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do about them, but for the time being, I'm going to have about 295 games to find, so there's plenty to work with. Anyway guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I look forward to another video soon.